not going to drum it all this to finish the story. Anybody have a drum back there they can pass to me? Thank you. Now, we mostly finished the story yesterday with that good discussion about what happens the second time through. How the second time through you have to make a deal. So this time I'd like you to think about all of each of you, the individual fires that you had. That you first saw inside the bottle. Then when you let it out, you didn't have any mentors, you didn't have any initiation process, didn't have any protection, even your brain wasn't fully grown. You had no way to meet a God that big. So you bluffed it through. Some people died. A lot of people died. But you all lived enough to get here. So it says that. He used his trickster to get the spirit back into the bottle, appealing to the heroic nature, as Martín says, of all these spirits. Oh, I don't believe you could really. You're so huge and large. You are so great. How could you possibly ever have looked like a little frog in the bottle? I just find this hard to believe out of someone like you. Martín, why did he go back in the bottle then?
For his grandiosity.
What?
For his grandiosity.
For his grandiosity. So if a God can't be grandiose, I mean, who can?
No, he went back in the bottle to make this what's going to happen.
Answer number 2. Wow.
There's always 2 answers. And then there's a third one, but we'll let you listen.
So as we were saying yesterday, it isn't true that you are the one in the bottle, but on the other hand, this God has some connection with you, otherwise he would not have appeared out of the bottle when you were holding it. So therefore, I think that's very nice to say that this God has a few bad qualities, such as he wants to kill you, but beyond that, he also cares for you. So he put the cork on, threw it in the roots of the tree and walked off. And he could hear the voice behind saying, "Oh, wait. Come on, let me out, come on. Give me a break. You were just kidding, weren't you? I was just kidding." So he goes back, and what does he do this time? What does he say? No, I knew that would cause trouble. It must sound better in Italian. He said, "What's the deal? What's the deal? If I let you out, what's the deal? Are you willing to make a deal?" However that's said, it means that the second time around, you don't just pull it out. That's right. It's the same thing. The other side, what's the deal here? Just pull it out. What did you say? Blindly look it out. That's right. So the conversation is not recorded as to what went on there, because that's the way stories are. They want you to put in the details. But we know that when he came out this time, he walked up to the man, or floated up to the man, or whatever, and he gave him a piece of cloth. And he said, "With this end of the cloth, if you touch a wound, it'll be healed." So the boy immediately took his axe and hit a tree, and there was a scar in the bark, and he put the cloth on. Gone. got to check out these things right away. With the other end of this cloth, if you touch any iron or steel, it will turn into silver. So, that is the way that went, and they said goodbye to each other, and the spirit got to float around the world in the way that he wanted to, and he took his axe and he went back to his father. When he got there, he touched the axe with the cloth before he got there, and the cloth and the axe turned into silver. So the father said, "You've been gone a lot of time. I mean, I thought you were just going to go out and watch birds. Now look, let's get to work. Here's an axe." And he hit a tree with the axe, and it just bent, didn't it? Father said, "Jesus Christ." Now what? Now this axe remark to the neighbor is ruined. Oh God, there's no end to this. And the son said, "Oh God, what do we do now?" And the mother said, "Just take that damn axe in and sell it, see if you can get 25 cents for it. And then we'll go to the neighbor and ask him how much he wants for a replacement for the axe." And I said, "Okay." So the son walks into town and he goes to the goldsmith. And he brings him the silver axe. And how much is this worth? I says, "Around $1,400, which I don't have. I got about 400 I can give you. The rest will have to come for that." I said, "Okay, give me the 400. And I'll come back and get the rest tomorrow." Okay. So he goes to the neighbor, and the neighbor says he wants $2.50. So he goes back to his father and he says, "Well, neighbor wants $2.50 for the axe. Here's $2.50. And by the way, here's another $792 plus $1,792.28 extra." Well, that healed a little bit of stuff with the father. So that's how it was reconciled between the father and the son. And yet that's also true, that when you make your deal, oftentimes, it isn't going to be useful for what the father wanted you to do. Your axe is going to, your axe isn't right for hitting trees anymore. What? You don't have an axe today. Are you ready for the end of the story now? So, this man then, with his ability to turn lead into gold, into silver, what kind of a person did that? The alchemist did that. With his ability to, and you got to remember that's also inside you, to be able to turn your lead and your depression, to turn your depression into something shining like silver or gold. That's a fantastic gift. That's fantastic. And some people like Jung believe that that's what the alchemists were working with. It wasn't with actual, they weren't money math. They were saying that if I can change lead into gold out there, I can do it in here. And to do one, you do the other at the same time. So they'd work hard with objects, and then something inside of them would turn into gold while they're working with all of this. And it's a wonderful thing, and they did it for 1,000 years. We just make fun of it now. So with that, he could support himself, and he could become a grown-up person, not full of lead, but full of gold. And this person became the greatest doctor in Europe. And it's probably a secret history of Paracelsus, who was the great Swiss occult man who became the greatest healer in Europe. But they were just aware through Paracelsus of how much healing could be done in that way. So there you are. It's a good story, isn't it? Yeah. It cuts through all kinds of different worlds. So, okay, John.
Oh,
Man. We've got to talk about it a little bit.
First, let's give Robert a big hand for that story.